And we kick things off with the heat streak. Miami entered Tuesday on their first double-digit win streak since winning 27 straight a season ago. The 10-game streaks have been about equal in terms of average win margin, turnovers forced, and assists per game. But could the Pistons put an end to the Heat's streaking ways? Detroit looking to snap a 6-game road losing streak against the Heat. LeBron tweeting after practice Monday, post-practice juice, beat down. Beet, apple, ginger, orange, lemon, the juice spot, a lifestyle. His wife Savannah opened a juice bar. That looks good. But could the Heat beat down the Pistons?
See if it helped them.
LeBron with one of his 6 turnovers on the day. And, ooh, Josh Smith. That could be poster night worthy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this is a team that can get out in the open floor. They've got a lot of athletes. Josh Smith actually playing the 3 for the first time in his career, getting a little bit more freedom in the open court here, runs it down, deflection leads to another layup for Josh Smith.
Yeah, Heat with more turnovers and field goals in the first. Heat losing more juice. That's what that little graphic is in the corner in the fourth quarter. How about Michael Beasley having a bit of a resurgence?
Yeah, he's a guy that never question his talent. It's more his focus, commitment, and consistency. But the guy can play, and he's in a good role right now in Miami.
23 points. How about LeBron doing LeBron things?
Cutting into that lead.
Yeah.
Get it to 3. It looked like Detroit was going to collapse.
Gaining more juice. A few plays later, though, Jennings from deep. So, how about drain a little more juice out of that cup? And then with 3 to play in the fourth, Smith comes up with another takeaway. Smith 15 points, and the juice is all gone.
Just put a hole in the bottom of that cup. Right
yep, the Pistons, they win 107-97, snapping the Heat's 10-game winning streak and snapping a 5-game road losing streak versus the Heat. Andre Drummond, 10 points, 18 rebounds for his 13th double-double of the season, the most in the Eastern Conference. All 5 Pistons starters scored in double figures, including Greg Monroe with 16. Here he is on the win.
We wanted to make sure that we were in good position as far as defensively, making sure, LeBron saw bodies. We were always in help side. I think we did a good job of that tonight. And
they certainly got us way on our heels with the turnovers. Their speed, quickness jumped all over us in the first quarter. We just weren't ready for that. And then the athleticism going the other way and all that aggressiveness in the paint.
I think everybody kind of refocused, realized we still had control of the game, and we just kind of took back the momentum from there.
We definitely want to play from behind. We got to do a better job of, coming into the game, being a little bit more aggressive, not shooting as many jump shots.
I don't think anybody really played great defensively tonight.
Score to see how the Pistons. All right, let's go inside the box score to see how the Pistons broke Miami's 10-game win streak. The Pistons starters outscored the Heat starters by 21 points. 7 Pistons scored in double figures compared to just 4 for the Heat. Detroit was plus 12 in both rebounding and points in the paint. Their 60 points in the paint are the most the Heat have allowed this season. So those are the numbers. But what specifically about this Pistons squad gave the Heat trouble?
They're the type of lineup that can cause problems. And there's not a lot of teams in this league that give the Heat problems because not a lot of teams have the type of athleticism, size, and talent up front that the Detroit Pistons do, and Miami likes to play small lineups defensively. This is a team that can make you pay for it. They switch everything defensively, but that means now you've got Shane Battier. He can guard most fours in this league, but now he's down with Greg Monroe. There's nothing you're going to do. 7-footer turning toward the baseline for a jump hook. Here again, take a look at Andre Drummond. I mean, he just moves Chris Anderson out of the way. That's a size mismatch down low. He gets the putback. And then this is really where they can be special. They create a turnover, and look at the speed up the floor. Their bigs included in this as well. Miami actually gets a deflection by LeBron James, but because they have such a surge, Josh Smith ends up with a layup here again. The quickness to cover the ground one side to the other. They get out in transition. LeBron is back defensively, but he's the only guy. Now you see Detroit, a lot of white jerseys following this play up. Josh Smith ends up off the interior pass. He gets another putback. We showed you the 60 points in the paint. It's the most the Heat have given up all year. They got dominated on the glass as well. 41 points, 28 boards out of that front line. Detroit, there are teams that they're going to struggle against because their decision-making isn't always the best. But when they see a team that physically they can get in the paint and on the backboards, it's going to be a problem for them. That's exactly what happened in Miami. They dug themselves a big hole, made the run, but Detroit showed poise down the stretch to get a win. I think it's a playoff team eventually in the Eastern Conference. They're close to 500, and I think once they get over that barrier, they're going to play their best basketball as the year goes on because it's a young team, new coach. They're trying to learn how to play together. Two key parts, and Jennings and Smith come into that lineup. I really like some of the things I see out of this team, and it's a great win for them to go into Miami. You talk about building confidence. Beat the two-time defending champs in their building.
Yeah, but the Heat, they were without D. Wade, who sat out his 4th game this season with general soreness, and his health has been talked about being a big key on whether this Heat team can three-peat. Now, after the season, Wade has the option to become a free agent. So there's no telling how much money he'll be getting or how long of a contract he'll get, but LeBron James seems to know, saying, quote, D. Wade is getting that Kobe deal. Lakers recently handed the 35-year-old Kobe Bryant a 2-year extension worth $48.5 million. Legs, do you agree with LeBron? Should D. Wade get Kobe money?
Well, I see where he's coming from. If you look at this stage of Kobe Bryant's career, and that contract to me represents more what you've done for this organization. Look at what Dwayne Wade has done for Miami. He's been the face of that franchise. He has spent his entire career there. 3 championship banners have gone up. Dwayne Wade's been a critical part, including a Finals MVP in that first one. Why not? I mean, what he has meant to this team. Now Kobe Bryant's going to go down as a top 10 player of all time. Dwayne Wade probably not quite in that list, but I see where LeBron's coming from. Give this guy a career appreciation contract, because that's really what Kobe's is. Dwayne Wade's done an awful lot for that franchise as well.
He is owed $20 million next year, $21 million in the 2015-16 season. The Heat fall to 2-2 this season without Dwayne Wade in the lineup. We'll see if he's in the lineup when the Heat take on the struggling Bulls on Thursday.